Let me show y'all how to draw anything from portraits to cats and like basically anything with the noobyderparts method. Now, the noobyderparts method is a method that I made myself, but I feel like it's helped me to improve in my art journey like a lot. So let's just get into it. The noobyderparts method is copy, observe, and apply. Copy, basically copy art or copy references of the thing that you want to learn how to draw. Observe the reference, observe the drawing, the shapes, the lines, the values, how they use values, and apply, which is applying your knowledge by drawing the thing and also trying to redraw it from imagination. So, first, let's go deeper into the copy part. Now, when I say copy, what I mean, copy and observed are basically like the same. So you want to, when you're finding stuff to copy, you want to copy what you like want to draw. So like if you're drawing portraits, you want to copy portraits or portrait artists. Like an example would be John Singer Sargent. Like if you want to learn how to draw portraits, first I'd recommend you like find references or just on Pinterest portraits that you think like resonate with you. Now when I mean copy, I don't like mean tracing, because there's a difference, I feel like, between tracing and copying. Tracing is more of, well, tracing, like literally tracing over the art. Like you don't want to do that. You want to, how do I explain this? Like, you know when you like trace over a reference, like you have the reference image and then you just trace over it. Like that's what I feel like is tracing. Copying is more sort of like not like completely tracing over the reference, like having the reference to the side and trying to recreate that reference from on the canvas, like what I'm doing here in this time lapse. But now what I'm not telling you to do is please don't like post your traced work or copied work online unless you have like don't post the copied work if it's from like another artist and it doesn't look like your don't post it if it doesn't look like your style and it's from another artist. Then that's just tracing. Like if you copy from another artist but make it unique in some way, like I did here with this John Singer Sargent study, then I feel like that's a bit different. But yeah, don't completely don't completely trace like over the whole art, because that's like bad, like really bad. That's art theft. But yeah, copy. Now we go to observe. We're observing. Now this is where knowledge of the fundamentals really comes into play. Like it's good to have a base understanding of like how to draw like shapes, understanding of values, understanding of perspective, colors. I feel like those are really important before you observe the reference and try to figure out how to like work with it and how you can draw it in your way. I feel like observing what you want to do, I guess you're trying to look for guidelines, like how does the eyes line up? How do the eyes line up? How does the eye relate to the nose, or the nose relate to the mouth? Like you want to see how those guidelines fit together. And really just like construction. If you don't know construction, I feel like this is going to be like really hard for you to do. Like find how like everything lines up. Like how does the eye measure of the eye relate to the length of the face or the length of the head? Like I feel like finding out the measurements, observing how even like the shapes, like how do they line up? Where do you put the shapes where? How does the shape look like sideways or from a front angle or from like the back, or the top. Like, I feel like just having that in your visual memory, visual library, is what's really important. Speaking of visual library, when you're observing the reference, try to make sure you're retaining the information you get from the reference in your visual library, so that when you're trying to draw from the reference, like another reference from the thing that you want to draw, like, you can draw that with more confidence, and you can also start to draw from imagination. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like retaining a good visual memory of just like a lot of things that you can draw is gonna really help you just trying to like draw anything, basically. Like a visual library of, like, if you're, like, say, like, you want to learn how to draw faces, like, you have a visual library of how a face looks from like a side profile, a front profile, back, like the top, like, and you have like a visual library of the female face and the male face. And if you have that in your mind, then you can like picture how to move that in 3D space, how to like kind of configure that to your like own, like what you want to draw. So I feel like that's also really important. Now apply. Now this could mean two things. You either A, draw from imagination because you've built up that visual library. You've what's the word? You've retained so much information about the thing that you want to draw that you can draw it from imagination, again, from like anywhere in 3D space, and you can apply that knowledge. Does this even make sense what I'm saying? I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. But you can apply that knowledge into drawing like from imagination. Yeah. Man, I don't know if that makes sense. But like, if you have a visual library of the thing that you want to draw, like let's say portraits, you can apply that and draw from imagination. That's the first thing you can do. The second thing is you keep drawing. Like, the second way of applying it is by just keep copying. Like, keep copying references and try to get as like accurate as you can to like the reference, and like, you know what I'm saying? So you try to apply your knowledge by like, kind of like how like in school you learn information and then you do like a test on it. So you kind of gain all the knowledge. You gain all the knowledge and all the visual information, and then you apply it into like a drawing. So I guess that's a way you could think about it. And like, you have assignments, like, and the assignments are like copying from references, and you could kind of think of drawing from imagination as kind of a test to see if your visual library stands up to like damn yo, I can't find the words right now, but like, if your visual library stands up to like what you want to draw, you know, like, so, you know, okay, maybe I said this again, but like, you know, in school, you learn something, right? You read about it, which is reading, okay, like reading about a topic, you read about it, you do assignments on it, then you do like a test. The reading is kind of like the copying and observing part. Okay, no, the reading is like the copying part. The observing is kind of like the assignments by like observing the reference, you know? And like, well, I guess the test would be the applying the knowledge by like drawing from imagination with the visual library you already have. Now I keep reiterating a visual library. Now what really a visual library is just knowing the thing that you want to draw in 3D space in like all directions. Like, you know, ahead from all directions. Maybe I already said this, but I want to reiterate this fact and make it more clear. But a visual library, like knowing where the object sits, or the person, the thing you're drawing, where it sits in 3D space, how to like maneuver it, how you can like morph it. I feel like that comes, like a visual library really just comes with time. Like you keep copying and observing and copying and observing. You build like a visual library. You see like how things work, like together. And also, when you're building your visual library, like I feel like it's also good to have an understanding of construction. Again, construction is just the way things measure out in your drawing. So like, you know, the rule of thirds with like heads and stuff, like that's measuring out like how it works in 3D space. And like basically you could say that like you can like how an eye is like one eye apart from each other, how eyes are like one eye apart from each other, like that's how you can like remember stuff, which I guess that's not really a visual library. It's more of like a I don't know. Obviously this takes time, right? So don't expect results to come quick. But if you do like the work to like, okay, don't think of it as work, because like you'll just burn yourself out. Like I hope like draw things you want to draw, but like take from like things like copy things that you want to copy, right? Don't if you don't want to draw something, then just don't draw it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe that's a bad thing to say, but like you should also like have a balance of like work on this, work on that, and also like drawing fun stuff, you know. So I think that's really important. Anyways, yeah, that's the noobyderparts method. Hopefully this didn't come out as confusing as like, yeah, I hope this didn't come out as confusing. Apparently YouTube likes it when I don't have a script. Like all my old videos, I don't script, like I didn't script them. So we're going back to that. And yeah. And I guess peace out.